Well, hello! So glad you could join us. Today, we're going to talk about getting a job. Here's our friend. We'll call him Jim. He's been looking for a while, to no avail, but he's not giving up. As a matter of fact, he's being called to attend a job interview. On the hunt for a job, eh? You look a little nervous. Well, don't be. You're a cinch for this gig. As long as you're prepared. You are prepared, aren't you? Well, don't worry, Jim. It's a good thing we're talking. The key to success when you're looking for a job is preparation. And there are a few simple but important ways to prepare for your interview. So let's go over them, shall we? Well, all right then. You might want to take some notes. I'll give you a minute. While Jim gets a pen, let's talk a bit about the job interview. If you get called to meet with a prospective employer, you're one step closer to securing employment, and this is your opportunity to make a strong impression. Think of the interview as a strategic conversation with a purpose. Be clear about your goals. You are trying to convince the employer that you are the best person for the job. You also want to find out information about the organization so that you're sure the job is right for you. You're back. Well, we're just about done, so thanks for coming and good luck. I'm just kidding. Ready? All right. The first step toward a new job is do your research. Find out all you can about the company and the position. Of course, the internet is a great resource for this, so get online and find out what you can. If you know anyone that works at the company, get in touch with them and ask questions. Trade publications may have some information as well. How important is preparation? Well, let's just see. Here's our friend at the job interview. He hasn't done any research. He's nervous because he doesn't know the name of the person he's there to see.
Oh, good morning. Are you here for the meeting with Richard?
Jim's trying to play it cool, but without basic research, he has to scramble.
Okay, I'll let him know you're here and you're applying for the...
Again, Jim's behind the 8 ball. He doesn't know what the job is.
Which job are you applying for? There are a few.
Jim is doing his best, but without research, he's blowing it. Hold it. Take 5. Come on over. It's not going well. Imagine how it'll be once you sit down with Richard. Now imagine you've done your research, you're familiar with who you're meeting with, what the company does, the position you're applying for, and how you're a good fit for the job. Try again. Okay, Jim's looking good so far. He knows who he's meeting with and the job he's applying for, but he's not out of the woods yet.
Okay, you must be Jim? I'll let Richard know you're here.
Well, that's better, but I noticed that the receptionist seemed to be giving you the once-over. Any idea why? Been a Riders fan a long time, have you? Come on back, champ. Aha, yes, you don't go out looking for a job dressed like that, do you? On a weekday? This brings us to our next important point. Proper attire and grooming is essential to a successful job search. You want to look the part as well as demonstrate that you are familiar with the company and the position. So I'll give you a minute to change, how about? While our friend cleans himself up a little, well, you certainly clean up quick, and you've avoided a common mistake, overdressing the part. You look comfortable but presentable. Much better. Let's get you back in there and see how it goes now. All right, here he goes again. He's covering the introductory basis, he's relaxed but confident, and he looks the part. Better.
Oh, good morning. You must be Jim. I'll let Richard know you're here. Can I get you any coffee or water? Okay.
He politely declines. Good, good.
Richard will be just a minute. Would you like to have a seat?
It's going much better, don't you think? Well, now here comes the next challenge, the job interview itself. This is where you get to demonstrate that you are the best person for the job. How to do this? You want to be sure that you have good answers for typical interview questions, such as why do you want this job? And what do you have to offer? And be sure to avoid a very common mistake: context. Not sure what I mean? Let's get you in there and I'll show you.
Hello, Jim. Thanks for coming today.
He's looking good.
So, tell me about yourself.
But he's hitting a snag. Whoa, Jim. Come here a minute. Remember when I mentioned context? Okay, when you get asked to tell a little about yourself, remember you're at a job interview. What you tell the employer should be about yourself, but related to your suitability for the position. Make sense? Okay, take two.
So where were we? Tell me a little about yourself.
Much better. Jim's off and running. He's pointing out that he has good skills and experience for the position, and that from what he knows about the company, he thinks he'd be a good fit. He's said some things that are completely relevant to the interview, and has indicated that he's done his homework. This will give him a chance to demonstrate his knowledge during the interview. Let's leave him to it while we recap. We'll catch up with him in a bit. The most important thing to remember when looking for a job is to prepare. Do your research and think about how you'll answer questions once you're in the interview. And make a note of any questions you want to ask as well. Prospective employers usually give you an opportunity to ask some yourself. If you are fortunate enough to get the call for an interview, it's your chance to make a good impression. Demonstrate to them why they'd want you on their team. Be courteous, knowledgeable, but not cocky. And when communicating, remember to listen too. Next, dress the part. Good grooming and attire are essential to a successful job interview. Don't overdress and don't show up too casual. If you've done your research, you'll get it just right. Very important. Remember that all the questions in a job interview are about your suitability for the position, so answer accordingly. Tell them why you are the best choice for the job. One other thing, be punctual. Show up a few minutes early. 5 to 10 minutes early is ideal. Well, that covers it, and here's our man just out of his interview. How did it go? That's great, good for you. Would you say that preparation made all the difference? Splendid. Well, that about does it then. Jim, thanks for all your help. And thank you for stopping by today. We hope this has been helpful. There's a job out there waiting for you. Now go get it.